So recently I picked myself up an Xbox Series S. I would have gone for the Series X if you could find one of them on the shelf, but thanks to scalpers you can't find one of them for love nor money, nor can you find PlayStation 5s, and when they do come into stock they are gone almost immediately. However, I did happen to notice that the Xbox Series S was constantly in stock and quite cheap at £250 here in the UK. So I did a little bit of research of my own and discovered that it is an incredibly powerful machine. It is most definitely by far more powerful than the basic bitch Xbox and Xbox One X, and although does not come near what the Xbox Series X can put out, do not overlook the Xbox Series S. It is absolutely worth picking up because it's cheap. It's small, it is so small, it's unbelievable. Well, you can't hear it, it is quiet. Of course, it has no disc drive, so you can't put any discs in it, but, you know, digital games are all the thing these days anyway, and with the Game Pass, which is an absolutely phenomenal deal, you'll be good to go and set with tons and tons of games. And not to mention the fact that it does most games at 60 frames per second and a lot of games at 120 is really cool. The resolution is fantastic. I released a video last week about Monster Hunter World. It doesn't have a Xbox Series XS upgrade as of yet, but what it does to the basic game of Monster Hunter from last gen is incredible. It just uncaps the frame rate and the loading screens are non-existent, and that goes for everything. The machine is so responsive. As soon as you turn it on, it's pretty much on in seconds and good to go. As soon as you boot up a game, depending on obviously the size of the game, it can take anywhere between 3 seconds, maybe 10 seconds for a huge game, but that's much better when you consider that a lot of bigger games like Red Dead 2 or GTA 5, they tend to have incredibly long loading times, and with the Xbox Series S, just isn't there. Loading is just instantaneous, especially as I'm currently playing through Oblivion again for my own self, and also because I'd love to make a video talking about Oblivion, and because that's obviously a 360 game, it polishes that game up and it looks beautiful. Yes, it looks old, but it looks beautiful, and the loading screens just go blip and they're done. And that is a godsend. Going back to my Nintendo Switch and playing a game, as soon as it pops up now loading in the corner, I get a little sad. I'm like, oh, but I still love the Switch. But with the Xbox Series S, with its, you can have the quick resume feature, so you can just close games down and come back to them at the state that you left them in. I don't really use that. I don't flip between games all that much. I kind of play a game and then when it's done, move on to another one. But yeah, the Xbox Series S, yes, it's not as powerful as the Series X, but my god, it is worth it. It is a phenomenal machine. What Microsoft have managed to do in such tiny a console blows my mind. This is just something I'd never thought I'd see in my lifetime. Of course, I've been gaming since the early 90s with the NES, Sega Mega Drive, etc. And yeah, I'm blown away by this machine. It does so much for a lot of games. It just makes gaming better, if that makes sense. It just really does enhance it. Now, of course, you can choose between performance mode and quality mode with a lot of the games. I tend to just go for performance. I'd rather a faster frame rate than a higher resolution and stuttery gameplay at times. But absolutely, get yourself an Xbox Series S. They are amazing. But I hope this video helped you out in deciding whether you want to get one or not. This is a high recommendation from me. And as always, thank you very much for watching the video, and until next time.